Peace be to you. This is Omar Abdul-Malik, physician assistant and health educator. Alright, so I wanted to talk to you guys real quick, those of you guys who are applying to physician assistant school, about what to look for in a PA program. So I think I'll do a multiple part series on this. So the first thing you should look for is the program accredited. There's about 276 PA programs in the country, if I'm correct. And you're going to see some programs lose accreditation and have to close. Other new programs that are going to be up and coming. But you want to look first and foremost if that program is accredited. I talked in another video about the proliferation of programs of other allied health schools that are not accredited. There was a nursing program that did not have accreditation and closed. So those students really got messed over because they had paid money and their degrees were no good. So you don't want that to happen to you as a PA student. Now, there's going to be a lot more programs in the future that your PA programs are going to probably start opening these kind of fly-by-night programs. I suspect that in the future, even the island schools, like with the Caribbean island schools for medical schools, are going to get into the action of offering physician assistant programs. And those may not be accredited in the United States. So I'm talking about the United States. I'm a physician assistant in Washington, D.C., the U.S. You want to make sure your program's accredited so that when you graduate with your PA degree, you're eligible to sit for the boards, the Physician Assistant National Certification Exam, PANCE. And you can get licensed and get your job to make that good PA money. Now, with accreditation, you want to go to a university, of course, that's accredited. But I also talked about the importance of a program being accredited. So, physician assistant programs have got to be accredited by the ARC. So it's the Accreditation, Credentializing something. I forgot the name of the acronym. I'm going to do one video just on acronyms, PA associated acronyms. But when I was a physician assistant professor many years ago, I met with the accreditation body that visited our school, and we had to show them the files on our students and our curriculum, and even the faculty would let them know what our credentials were. It's a very important step to be accredited because it's not fair to the students. We've got programs that are accepting applications for students and they're not accredited or they're applying for accreditation. So they may or may not be accredited. So that's step number one. Make sure the program's accredited. Number two, you probably want to look at things like board passage rate. Now, according to the NCCA, which is the National Commission on the Credentializing of Physician Assistants, most programs should have a board passage rate of at least 90%. I think the number is 95%, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't want to apply to a program that has got markedly below that. So if you're talking about programs that have 80% board passage rate, one program had a 60% board passage rate, 70% board passage rate. Those programs, I can tell you from experience, having been a PA for 20 years and having gone to faculty-based conferences for PA programs, some of those programs are shut down already, and programs that don't have at least the board passage rate to the national average, they're at risk of being shut down. And that's the importance of students passing their boards, passing that PANCE, the Physician Assistant National Certification Exam, on the first try. Because it's just not a good look for the school. You know, the students paid their money, and for whatever reason, they're not passing the boards. It's not a good look for the school. So look at board passage rate, and that's public information. You can go to the NCCPA and I think you've got to have a login number. I don't know if you have to be logged in as a student. Oh, this is better. I don't know if you have to be a student to actually see the national, what the board passage rates are for certain schools. This is a fallen tree, just in case you're wondering what I'm standing, what's behind me. But it'll tell you what board passage rate of each school is, and that's schools like George Washington University, Duke University. All of those schools have got like 100% board passage rate for their students, which makes them top tier schools. So you want to look at that. You also want to look at student attrition rate. For instance, if a school has, let's say they accept 60 students, which is a huge PA class, and only half of those students make it through the program, you know, that's not a good look, because now you have 50% attrition rate. You know, what happened to those students? Did they flunk out? Did they just leave? You know, that's not a good look for the school, because then you have to look at the program and say, well, what's going on with the program or their selection process such that only half the students are making it through the school, through the program. And I saw a school like this. It just was a bad look. Because you're not just the student, guys, you're also the consumer of the services, of the goods and services that a program a program is offering. You know, school's very expensive. You're going to go into debt. If you're a regular person, if you don't have anybody to pay for your school, you're going to spend about at least $100,000 becoming a physician assistant. That includes your undergraduate, so that's 4 years, and then that 2-year graduate degree. It's going to cost you at least $100,000 on average, I would say. I don't care what you read on the internet. I know what I'm talking about. I got kids in college myself. They're going to UDC, and that school is even $10,000 a year now. Thank God they got scholarships. But you know, you have to invest wisely. You've got to be very selective. You wouldn't take your money and go out and buy a bad car. If you had it, you'd want to get the best product for your money. So board passage rate. So what did I say? Accreditation, board passage rate, and student attrition. Maybe fourth thing, the faculty to student ratio. You don't want one faculty member teaching 60 students at a time. And I can tell you again, as an erstwhile college professor, it's very difficult when you have a lot of students in your class, meaning over 30 students. You know, and you have the skeleton crew of faculty. Some of them are teaching things that they know nothing about. Like, I can teach hospitalist medicine. I've been doing hospitalist medicine for the past several years. I did adult outpatient medicine for almost 15 years. I would be a bad professor to have for pediatrics or OBGYN. You know, I don't really, that's not my specialty. So I've got no business teaching it. I can teach physical diagnosis for adults. But I wouldn't be good at teaching, surgery. I haven't done surgery. I don't like surgery. So you want faculty members. You want a program with enough faculty members who are able to teach what they know and disseminate that information. So this is a kind of rushed video. I gotta go off to work, but I hope that helps you guys. I'll do some more videos about this topic. You can reach me via Instagram. I'll put some contact information in the description. So I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Take care. Peace.